own this to supersize your business. Welcome to day 101 of our Supersize Your Business Annual Challenge. Today we're talking about the thing you need to be able to do and the thing you need to own in order to increase trust, grow, and build and scale and supersize your business. And that is something so simple, happens to us every day. Almost all of us have an opportunity to do this one thing every day, but we want to do the one thing in the right way. We want to apologize the right way. We want to apologize effectively. And that includes a 3-part apology. So often people will hurt their feelings or will do something wrong. And instead of saying sincerely that you're sorry, I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings, your specific behavior, the specific behavior you did. I'm sorry I forgot about our meeting. I'm sorry that I forgot about our interview. I'm sorry, whatever the thing is, the specific behavior, the thing that you did and are responsible for, that you're taking responsibility for, that negatively impacted another person, place, or thing, right? I am sorry for it. That's part 1. And then I'm sorry for a specific behavior. I just made a nice, unwell written backwards graphic. I haven't been writing backwards enough yet lately. I got to practice. So this is supposed to be 3, but writing backwards is harder than you think. I am sorry for a specific behavior. Step 2, I understand that it impacted you in this specific way. And we want to describe the specific way that we're observing that it impacted them. I'm sorry that it caused you to be late for your next meeting. I'm sorry that it impacted your impression of me. That's always true, right? Do we want people to have a good impression of us? Yes. So that you can use for just about any apology. And then finally, step 3 is I will blank. I will do some sort of corrective action to make it right? If you blew somebody off for a meeting, I will 100% guarantee that I will be here on time for our next meeting, or I will buy you dinner, something, whatever it could be that could make it right. In business, we make a lot of mistakes, and like in life, we make a lot of mistakes, correct? And we need to understand that we can apologize this way using the 3-step thing, taking complete 100% ownership for our part in the misunderstanding. One of the worst things we can do is say, oh, I'm sorry you felt that way. I'm sorry you feel that way. Because all that does is take the apology, and it's not an apology at all. It's just placing the responsibility and blame on the other person. Yes, we are all 100% responsible for our own responses, reactions, and feelings, but people outside of us can do things that hurt our feelings, that are negative, and we don't have to, right? We don't ever have to say something or do something that causes negative emotions in another person, because there's all kinds of outside stimuli. There's plenty of things that will overwhelm people and hurt their feelings and cause drama and trauma and everything else. We don't have to do it in our everyday behavior, especially in our day-to-day operations and business. I've worked with a lot of leaders, and I probably was one back before my second cardiac arrest, where I didn't always consider the other person's feelings. Hey, this is a job that has to get done. No matter what, this is our number 1 priority. And sometimes that would steamroller people in terms of they had a situation that they needed to talk to me about that was specific for them, and they needed my attention right now. But we were so busy doing the work that sometimes I didn't give them that time. And everybody deserves to have our time and energy that we can help, right? People that we can help, we want to be able to. So sorry about my crazy written backwards graphics. I'll fix the 3. It's a pretty generic format for dealing with anything, right? Not just apologies. And so my question for you today is, how able are you to apologize? How able are you right now to recognize when you have done or said something wrong? When you drop the ball, guess what? We all drop the ball sometimes. All of us, every single one of us. And when you do, I'm sorry for dropping the ball on this project. I'm sorry I didn't follow up when you asked me to. I got distracted and I did 18 other things instead of doing that. I understand that that impacted you and that we lost that sale. I will make it right by following up immediately from now on and go out and find us a customer to replace that sales volume. That's a very good apology. So today, what are we going to do? We're going to notice as we go about our day and find an example of where we need to apologize. Ask yourself today, do I owe anybody an apology? Probably. We probably all do. I can think of people I owe an apology to, and I will follow the 3-step process today and apologize. I challenge you to do the same, and then share in the comments below, how did that impact your relationship? I find that when I apologize in this way, it builds trust and people forgive you. I mean, because they know they're human and they make mistakes too. And by demonstrating this and setting the example and doing this in your organization, you're incorporating this right way to apologize into the culture of your organization. Guess what? Apologizing is a show of strength and leadership. It is not a sign of weakness. Like a lot of leaders that I've run across, they think that they don't have to apologize for anything because they're the boss. Ouch. No, you're a human being first, not a boss. And even if you are the boss, even if you did everything yourself, you probably didn't do it all yourself. I know a lot of people that take credit for everything good that happens in their organization and blame other people for everything bad that happens in their organization. Now, I choose not to work with those people, but we all know people like that, right? We all know people who cannot take feedback at all. I have a person in my life, very close person, relative, that none of us give feedback to anymore because that person cannot hear anything. If you tell them they have a tag sticking out on their outfit, or they have a price tag still on their shirt, they will blow a gasket, literally. And so what happens in those situations? People walk around, those type people, like they're walking on eggshells, and they don't tell them, which is doing them a disservice too, because then they just go out looking like a fool and they don't even know they look like a fool. Anyway, that's a story for a different day. So what are we going to do today? We are going to practice using this 3-step apology on at least once today. Try it at least once today and see how it makes the other person feel and react, and see how it makes you feel and react. I try to apologize in this way a lot, but sometimes in my mind I'm thinking, well, why should I have to apologize first? Why don't they apologize first? Right? That's human nature. But this is a strategy for getting out of that, building relationships, building stronger teams, setting a good example, and feeling better about yourself, because we're all human, right? We all make mistakes. And if we can't apologize for them, we don't learn from them. And if we don't learn from them, guess what? We're destined to repeat them. Nobody wants to do that. At least I sure don't. All right. If I can help you with this in any way, if you want to practice on me, I am in an all-day training. So from noon my time till 8 p.m. my time. And then we usually have an hour or so of homework or more. So if it can wait till Monday, awesome, please. Otherwise, go ahead and reach out and I'll make sure I get in touch with you. Probably outside the hours of 12 and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right. Have an awesome day. I'll, of course, see you tomorrow.